Have you ever felt like your body is just buzzing inside, like you're plugged into an electrical socket 24/7, but nobody else can see it? Well, maybe you've experienced some kind of trembling, maybe you felt it in your hands, or maybe shaky legs, or that constant internal vibration where you feel wired, even when you're lying still. Now, if that sounds familiar, I want you to know that you're not crazy and you're definitely not alone. In this video, I'm going to break down exactly what causes these internal tremors and why they happen, and most importantly, what you can do to calm them down to help your body feel safe again. And if you've been searching for answers, you're definitely in the right place. So, exactly what is buzzing, trembling, and vibration sensations inside the body? Well, here's the truth. These symptoms are almost always connected to nervous system that's in survival mode. So think about it like this. Your nervous system is like an electrical socket. It runs on electrical impulses to send signals all throughout your body, and it actually signals for movement, digestion, heart rate, breathing, and everything else. And now just imagine that that signal is turned up way too high, way past the normal range, and it stays there all the time. And what do you think happens? Well, things start to buzz and shake and just firing into overdrive. And that's when these internal vibrations, that's when you can start to feel them. And it's not just random. It's your body's way of saying, I feel unsafe. It's long-term stress, illness, trauma, or even a season of overexertion. And this can push your nervous system into what's called the sympathetic dominance, basically fight or flight mode. And it can keep it on repeat. Even when that happens, your body stops prioritizing rest, prioritizing digestion and repair, and it stays on high alert, just seeking out for danger, even when there's not any danger. So, let me guess, you've probably tried to rest, you've tried to calm down, and maybe you've even avoided anything that you could think could actually trigger these symptoms. But the buzzing's still there, right? And that's because the problem isn't physical movement, it's actually an internal drive, and it's on overdrive. And you can be lying perfectly still, doing nothing, and still feel like you're vibrating from the inside out. And you might wonder, is there something wrong with my heart, or my brain, or my muscles? But the answer is no, and your body isn't broken. It's just stuck in a protective state. And I remember when I went through all this, I'd wake up feeling wired, and I'd be going through the day feeling shaky, and then I'd lie down at night, and I'd feel like there was an earthquake inside of me. And the more I worried about it, the worse it got. And believe it or not, that's actually the tricky part, because fear and frustration actually feed this cycle. Your thoughts can actually send danger signals to the brain, and this can keep your body on high alert. It's a loop, but the good news, it's a loop that you can break. And here's the science behind it. When your nervous system is overstimulated, it's like a dial that's turned up way too high. And on one end of that dial, we can have a calm and parasympathetic mode, the rest and repair state. But then on the other end, we have the fight or flight sympathetic mode, where the body is ready just to fight and run. Now, most people that are in a healthy state, they can fluctuate between like a 2 and a 6 all throughout the day. However, when your nervous system is dysregulated, that dial can get stuck at like 7 or 8 or even 9. And that's when you're going to feel the buzzing and the shaking and the vibrations. That's when they show up. And now you're probably wondering what turns that up. Well, it's actually stimulus. This can be physical, like overexertion or pain. It can be mental. It can be emotional. And guess what? You cannot avoid all stimuli. It's just part of life. The goal isn't to eliminate every single trigger, but the goal is to teach your brain and body how to feel safe again. And you may be wondering how to do that. How do you turn the dial down and stop the buzzing? Well, it actually comes down to rewiring your brain and calming down your nervous system and renewing your mind. So I'll give you 5 practical steps to help you start today. So the first step is to regulate daily. Just simple things like deep breathing, gentle movement, maybe put on some worship music, some grounding exercises. And these aren't just relaxation tricks, they're actually brain training tools. The second step is to interrupt the fear loop. So when the vibrations show up, instead of spiraling into fear, speak truth over yourself and remind your brain that this is just a nervous system response and that you're safe. And then just go about engaging in your day as if you're fine. Now, step 3 is to renew your mind with Scripture, because God tells us in Philippians 4:7 that His peace surpasses all understanding. And every time fear creeps in, replace it with His promises. Now, step 4 is gradual exposure. Don't avoid everything that triggers the buzzing. That just reinforces the fear. Instead, reintroduce things slowly while practicing calm. And then step 5 is to create a healing routine, because healing isn't random. It requires consistency. Daily brain rewiring practices, nervous system regulation, and faith foundations that keep you anchored. And I know exactly what it feels like, and you may think that it's never going to end, but I promise you that it will. When I finally learned how to calm down my nervous system and lean into God's truth, the buzzing faded, the trembling stopped, and the peace returned. And it didn't happen overnight, but I know if it can happen for me, it can happen for you too. So if you want a clear step-by-step roadmap to break free from these chronic symptoms, then I created a Christian brain rewiring program that actually walks you through everything step by step, and it tells you exactly what to do each and every day to calm down your nervous system, to retrain your thought patterns so that you can break free from chronic symptoms and that you can live a happy and healthy life again. So just check in the link in the description, and I invite you to join our Facebook group where you can actually get free brain rewiring tools to help you overcome chronic symptoms. And if this video actually resonates with you and you liked it and it helped you, just hit the like, comment your best takeaway, and subscribe for more faith-based brain rewiring tools. And remember, healing is definitely possible. You're not broken. You're just being restored. And I'll see you in the next video.